1, 2, 3. It's already starting. Everybody, thanks for listening to The Critic's Cave. This is episode number 2. We're back. And here we are tonight, coming back from seeing Terminator Genisys. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
So, we did just come back from seeing Terminator Genisys. Matt Nelson, first thoughts from coming out of the movie. You know, what were your first, just ideas in your head?
Spit it out, dude.
Trying.
All right. First thoughts. I thought it was very entertaining, for sure.
Okay.
I thought it was a very entertaining film. I felt Schwarzenegger was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was super awkward. His scenes are kind of awkward.
But it was a good. I thought
but
it was a good thing. Kind of funny.
It's
like
kind of
that.
cool seeing him
I mean,
in
it's
there.
a cheesy script.
Warning: if you don't want to see Arnold naked, don't go watch Terminator.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of.
I don't. Was there a butt shot? I don't remember.
That's true. I mean,
It wasn't
it's
really
pretty
shown.
shadowed.
Yeah, it was pretty shadowed.
You never saw.
Yeah.
I felt overall it was very entertaining.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty well done, I think.
Pretty well done?
I felt like it reminded me a whole lot of like the first time I saw Terminator as a kid.
Right.
That's for sure.
Okay. Nelson, you have anything else to say?
I think this one definitely reminded me of the second Terminator.
Okay.
Obviously, because they went back in time to like the same area, just a different timeline,
Right.
and they're fighting that liquid robot again. It's kind of reminded me of it. It's not a bad thing. I love the second one as a kid. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it as much now. I actually saw it a couple weeks back. It was on TV. Watched it with my mom, and I don't know. It wasn't as good as I thought it was as a kid.
Yeah.
I guess that's how a lot of movies are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's good.
it was entertaining. I mean, obviously it's not an Oscar winning movie, but
Well, we're about to. Yeah, we could get into that right now. So, I mean, obviously, entertaining movie. It was a well done film. You stayed through till the end because it kept you entertained. It had its funny moments.
Yep.
It's action, obviously. So as far as that goes, those are some good things about it. What would you say some weaknesses to the film? Things you didn't like or would have liked to see more of or less of?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say definitely the script. It was a cheesy script. Like,
Okay.
I mean, right off the bat, I mean, you guys noticed some of the
Yeah.
cheesy lines.
Yeah.
Like some of them were super, super cringy, man.
You're everything I've been waiting for. Yeah.
I totally
Okay.
agree. I totally agree that the script was pretty cheesy a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I felt overall acting was pretty all right. But that one guy, what's his name?
Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
Man, I just felt like some of his performances were really weak.
Oh.
Okay. In my opinion. What was that?
Emilia.
Oh yeah, she did.
She's awesome.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
She's
I
cool,
thought
man.
she was
She's in Game of
beautiful.
Thrones. She's awesome in Game of Thrones. That's how I know her.
That's how
she-
beautiful.
Yeah, that's how she became really big. Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, and now she's doing movies. So she's awesome.
Yeah. I think
she's
she did
cute.
a good job though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was great.
She's cute.
Very
She's
good.
really
awesome.
held
She acts
like
well.
she pulled off like the
The tough girl kind of.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of girls can't do it. A lot of girls just have that girly look, and they can't pull off that like soldier looking.
she
Yeah.
pulled it off, dude, and still looked hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's cool, man.
Yeah. She was very pretty. All right. So, I mean, would you say there's anything else that you would?
You know what? Being that it's a new movie, it's kind of a revamp,
Right.
of the old.
Yeah.
I felt like they didn't really show us new robots.
New content.
I mean, definitely the main
content.
the main
New
bad
content.
guy was a different version of a robot.
Right.
That was cool. I like
which
that. I
was
like
really
that guy.
cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt, they used the same exact robots from the old one, which I don't know. It could be a cool thing.
Yeah. I mean, like we had mentioned before, I mean, obviously they did go back in the past. So,
Yeah.
If we were watching and there was totally different robots, we'd kind of be like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Or different Terminators, we'd be kind of tripping out. Like,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't line up with the old one. So we'd be kind of like lost.
But I felt like there should have been like the original ones and a whole lot more new ones by now. With the year that they were in.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Because they were in the future, right?
Right.
So, not the whole movie, but
Right.
when they were in the
A little
future,
bit.
I felt like there should have been some very different.
I guess it wasn't too far advanced. I mean, 2017, it's not.
True, but
Wait,
Right.
what?
He's talking about the robots. He's talking about robots, you know what I'm saying? He's talking
Okay,
about the future.
but 2017 wasn't what you were talking about, right? Are you talking
No,
about
he's saying from the beginning to where they were in the future. He's saying there should have been a lot more upgrades of the robots, where there was really only like 3: the originals, the liquid ones, and then the ones they had.
Yeah,
So,
I guess
I felt like I wanted to see more of a variety.
it makes sense.
There wasn't, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I agree. I don't think it ruined the film.
no.
But I mean, I would agree. They always have the T1000s, the normal one that they always throw in there. But I like the new one they had, the main guy. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
They didn't really elaborate on what he can do, or they kind of did, not really.
Yeah, I feel like, that was an interesting thing. I felt like he was really powerful. You know what I mean? Because at the end, you see him start moving around. Like, he can move almost like his whole body and kind of like...
It's kind of cool.
Like,
actually.
jump. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
he was,
the
like,
way he
really
moves.
fast.
Yeah, and like, why didn't he do that in the beginning? Like, he could have just slaughtered people.
It wasn't until the end that
like he started
really
showing his power. Yeah, which I thought was kind of like... In that sense, like, okay, that's kind of dumb. Like, he could have done that a long time ago.
Maybe he didn't know. I'm just saying, like, when did he actually go to the future? You know what I mean? It didn't say how long he was that he got changed, like from when he was human and from when he got turned into a robot. I don't know when. It doesn't say. You know what I mean?
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Well,
Spoiler.
I think. Well, he didn't become like half human, half robot until, Courtney was like in that time travel thing, right?
Yeah. So like.
Or what's his name? In
Well,
the film?
again,
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese,
Calories.
yeah.
But you say Courtney?
Wasn't that
Yeah,
his
the
last
actor's name.
His last name's Courtney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious?
Kyle Reese, Jai Courtney, or Jay. I don't know how you say it. I'm
So
sorry.
Jai.
Jai Courtney.
Apologies if we're pronouncing your name wrong.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
okay.
hold on. What I'm saying is from the time so Courtney time travels, then that guy gets attacked. So how long was he a robot in between? Or like when did he get changed? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. You're getting into technicalities, and that's just not what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah?
No, dude. I mean, he didn't.
Like, maybe he didn't know. Like maybe like he was just I don't know.
He didn't become that half robot, half human until Courtney was in that time travel thing.
I understand that, but like maybe he was just getting used to that body because like right after did he get put in that time machine, or was he in the future a little longer?
I don't know.
I didn't say. You know what I'm saying, though, right? I mean,
right. I know what you mean, but either way, I just feel like as far as us being the audience watching him go crazy at the end, it's like what the like he could have totally destroyed him earlier,
Mm-hmm.
like if he just went crazy because he was just walking around. He was just walking around and they were shooting him, and he's like, all right, I'll just ride a motorcycle. It's like, why didn't you just unleash his fury on them earlier?
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a movie. Okay, Matt, let's talk as far as your, skill set goes. Audio in the movie. Did you notice anything weird and good things about it? Was it solid? What did you think about the audio?
I thought it was really good. I was thinking about it the whole time. Dialogue was solid. It felt right. It didn't feel like someone was like too quiet or extremely loud or anything like that. I felt like the dialogue was really well balanced. Really good job as far as just overall sound design of Foley and sound effects. All that was great. I felt it was. I was paying attention to it a lot, and I felt it was really well done. A lot of sounds in that movie.
I was actually noticing. I was trying to pay attention a little bit to the audio as well. I mean, because you're thinking about, they're robots. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so there should be these metal clanking, and when things drop, I was listening to the sounds or different effects when Arnold Schwarzenegger was fighting John Connor at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he has the metal thing on. You can hear the like the punches. It wasn't
All
like a
the
normal
impact
punch. It was like
everything.
a metal wave to it.
Cool.
So it was kind of cool
And-
how they added all that.
Another thing they did a really good job on is the environments that they were in. When they were like in the sewer, you can really hear their voices echoing through the sewer. When they were in that safe room,
Mm-hmm.
the sound changed a lot.
Yeah.
They did a good job at the actual recreation of the environments they're in.
Yeah.
I thought they did a great job with that. And even like one thing that caught my attention was, remember that scene with the dumpster truck, the guy in the dumpster truck?
Yeah.
So as they're panning to that shot, it's like a scene where they're panning like overhead, right?
Right.
And you're hearing the dumpster truck before you see it.
Okay.
This is what's happening.
Okay.
I caught this. I'm like, oh, I'm hearing it. And then, boom, all of a sudden the shot goes to the actual dumpster truck and the sound changes because it's not muffled. Now you're in front of the dumpster truck and now you're hearing it completely clear. It's not muffled at all.
I don't know if I can remember that, to be honest.
You probably didn't.
I know what you're talking about. So
I'm starting to hear it. I'm like, oh, there's a dumpster truck, but it's slightly muffled because it's in the background. It's not even in the shot, but it's what's coming.
So what you're saying is instead of just putting a sound of a dumpster truck in there, they want to make it seem like you're coming into it, like it's not right in front of you yet.
It wasn't in the shot yet.
Because a lot of movies do that. They'll just put the sound in before the shot
and just make it quiet.
Then when you go to the shot, then they bring up the volume.
No, yeah, this was just full on, like it sounded muffled and like we're coming up to it, and then when it was actually in screen and the camera shot was like right in front of the dumpster truck, it was like completely clear, not muffled at all. So like there was a lot of little details like that were just solid. I thought really good job with sound effects and Foley.
Well, that's
dialogue.
a plus for them. Nelson, as far as acting goes, what would you say best actor, or worst performance? What would you just give us a little inside information on your part there? What would you say? Who did well? Who could have used felt in your opinion did a little less good?
I think agreeing with Matt over here, Jai, Courtney.
Just go Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese. It's Courtney. I'm not a big fan of his acting. Some of it's not believable. I don't know. It could be the script. It could be the director. I don't know. Just like in the beginning when he was talking about like his daughter his mom. He's all, let me save her. I know her. He's all, why would I send you back?
You know why? The stories you've told me, I know her. I was like, oh, I feel like that was the script a little. I mean, you think about the lines he had to say,
and that makes sense. I know that from experience. It happens.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of an actor can do if the director likes it.
And you're talking about that scene a little bit. Actually, that scene, I felt like I was really hoping, I really wanted him to say a very cinematic answer, like a really cool line, like why choose you over everyone else? Like I was really hoping for like a wowzer, like obviously he's the one to send, and he just said, you know why, and I felt like that was a cop out. Like they didn't really have a, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really know why.
Did we explain what we're talking about?
The scene in the beginning when John Connor is choosing.
Trying to figure out who's going to go back in time.
And everyone's volunteering. Yeah.
Who's going back in time to save Sarah Connor.
Right. So anyways, I just felt like, I was like, whoa, like I was really hoping like he was about to give like a, like a speech almost, like I'm the one to choose because, you know what I mean? Like given solid reasons.
Yeah,
he just said, you know why? And I was like, what?
All right.
Yeah, everyone's volunteering to go back in time to save Sarah. And then all of a sudden he's like, I should go back. You know why? I know her.
He's like, I know her.
Why did you
choose? Just like,
what makes you special? What makes you different? You know why? All the stories you told me, I know her. It's like, dude,
I know
okay.
Your mom. You give me a picture of her.
I'm your dad.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I'm your dad.
You gave me a picture
their connection.
Their
was
connection
the
was a
weirdest
little
thing.
interesting.
When they were having that conversation in that hallway.
Because I'd say to Todd,
what are you gonna do when we went?
I gave you the picture when we were alone.
We were alone together, and
like,
I gave you the picture of my mom.
I give you the picture of my mom.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Pretty
that's
awkward.
just he broke the code, man.
I don't know, dude.
He broke the code. You do not hook up with your friend's mom. I'm just saying, you don't do that.
You don't give your friend a picture of your mom.
When she was little, it's like
when she was younger.
Yeah, when she was like 12.
Dude, back in the day, my mom was a good-looking woman.
Dude, here's my mom when she was in high school.
When you go back in time, check her out.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a little interesting, but whatever. I mean,
as far as Courtney, I love Jason Clarke.
Okay.
He's cool.
Okay.
He was the main bad guy.
Okay. He was in what other movie was in it?
Planet
of the Apes.
Planet
of the Apes.
He was
great in that one.
He was in
He's actually
Zero Dark 30.
Batman, correct?
I don't.
He had I believe he
Which
was
one?
in Batman.
Hold on, I
Let me
don't.
double check.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I thought he had a.
No, he was
I'm
not.
totally thinking of someone else.
Yeah, you're thinking of someone else. He was in Lawless, Zero Dark 30, The Great Gatsby, Planet of the Apes, the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the new one. He's a cool actor, man. I like this guy. Public Enemies. Yeah, he's cool, man. I I think when I first noticed him was in Zero Dark 30. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't. No.
It's all right. I mean, you can pass that one
did.
up. But yeah, and I was like, man, this guy. I hope he gets more roles. I love this guy. I love his look. He's awesome. Did you see Lawless? Did you see Lawless?
No, man.
You saw Lawless.
Yeah, Lawless was pretty
He was
good.
in Lawless.
He was in
looked,
Lawless,
he,
yeah.
he looked. He was awesome. Yeah, I think he always delivers as far as
Yeah, I
acting
thought he
goes.
was, in my opinion, I thought he was a good actor. When I was listening to his dialogue, and when he would deliver the lines, it felt very, emotional and powerful. And I really like that.
Yeah.
As far as his part goes.
Yeah.
I think he did great.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's Arnold. What do you expect? Like, he does the same performance. I'm not saying it's bad, but don't go in expecting.
You do what you know. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah,
you do what you
it
know.
felt like Arnold. It just
felt like watching the same Terminator. He does the same thing he does in number 2.
Yeah.
And
except this time he's more of like he's more of in like a father.
Yeah,
role
yeah. He's more of a father role
to Sarah Connor,
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. The dynamic they had as far as him being a robot, it was still pretty.
I think it worked
pretty
though.
cool.
I think it worked.
Yeah,
it's cool. And then speaking of Emilia Clarke, awesome. She's phenomenal. I think she's got a long career ahead of her. She's really good.
Yeah.
Most people will know her from Game of Thrones as
Correct.
Khaleesi. She's the mother of dragons in that show, and now she's kind of transitioning over to to movies.
Yeah.
And she's great, man. Super cute. Like we said, like she pulls off that
tough girl right.
look. You know what I mean? She's not too girly, but at the same time,
I mean, for
she's
being
like,
a beautiful woman, like, you know what I mean? She can still pull it off very well. Like, I mean, you had mentioned there's some girls that are just too, like, pretty almost, that don't fit.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look like they would be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that just doesn't work. But she did a great job.
Yeah,
I
really
think.
good job.
And it was cool. It was entertaining, believable.
Dude,
yeah. I mean, what?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what are you?
I was just gonna say it was funny seeing that guy with
J.K. Simmons?
Matt Smith,
Oh,
the guy from that was in Lost. What's Lost River?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's it. From,
Hey, what's your name? I said, what's your name?
Mary-Lou. My baby call me Baby Andrews.
I said,
man.
what's your name?
Baba, I love you. I love you, darling.
I asked you a question. You gonna dance with me?
I don't know you. I don't remember. That movie was
I don't
weird.
remember,
But
man.
anyways.
I mean, he wasn't in it that much. He did all right, I guess. I mean, the lines he delivered.
Well, he did play. He
did
was
play a
Genisys,
big
right?
role.
He was the.
He
He was the voice. He actually
Right.
was the voice of
right. I
Skynet.
mean, you could kind of
Skynet,
see.
yeah.
You could
which
see
used
him
to be
in
Genisys.
the computer. I mean, like when the
Yeah.
hologram, whatever.
He did good, I guess. I mean, spoiler, but there is an ending scene. You know, kind of like Marvel movies.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
after the
make sure you
credits.
stick around because everyone else left except
Yeah,
for us.
we were just in there. We're like, what?
I think
we
there
didn't
were
even
two
know.
other people in the theater.
Yeah, I
It
think
was pretty
maybe.
empty, but
probably 2 other people. But like, we
Yeah.
were just talking. We're like, what the heck? And it just came on screen. We didn't know what was
Yeah,
happening.
they pulled a Marvel like pre-
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
so
it
stick
wasn't
around,
even
guys.
after the
Stick
credits.
around,
It was like
yeah, it was like a couple. Here
Couple-
are the main actors.
it was like a couple seconds
And then
after.
boom.
Yeah. So maybe he's gonna have a bigger part in the next one. I don't know.
yeah.
Spoiler: there will be a sequel, I guess.
Well, most likely. I mean, if you throw an ending like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a sequel. No, for real though. I think there most definitely is going to be a sequel. But
Anyways, I thought you were talking about J.K. Simmons. That's what I was gonna bring up next.
JK.
J.K. Simmons is
what a goof.
awesome.
Put a goofball in that one, right?
I thought he was cool. You know? Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
I'm not the old guy.
Spider-Man. You know, a lot of people know from that, but
Spider-Man!
yeah,
Yeah, he
I
was
thought he
good.
was pretty funny in that.
No, he was awesome. I think he always does an amazing job.
Added
I
some
think.
comedy to the movie for sure.
What did he say? There's some funny. He's like freaking cyber time traveling robot.
Time traveling aliens. Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked his
He-
lines.
He's funny, man. I appreciate.
You appreciate.
I appreciate.
We're glad you appreciate, man. Take care.
But yeah, as far as acting, that's.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey,
that's-
how about
I think.
how about Joel? Your perspective on the cinematography.
To be honest, nothing stood out to me.
Okay.
Like nothing was too like, wow, that's a great shot.
Mhm.
To be honest, I wasn't watching the movie too much. Watching it from a cinematographer's view this time around, I was kind of paying attention a little bit to like a little bit of everything as much as I could. Like there were some scenes I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the camera movement.
Yeah.
There's other scenes where I was listening to the audio, some where I was looking at the acting, and sometimes I was just looking at Amelia. You know, she caught my attention. No, but then I was just trying to think like what I would have done as a director too, like maybe you know what I mean, like just directed things a little differently, or the actors or whatever. But cinematography, I felt like it was solid. Obviously, nothing.
Okay.
I didn't think anything was weird or remember anything being like kind of funny. Like, well, that's kind of a weird shot, or that got me distracted from the film, which is what you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Right. Cinematography, you want
felt like
your
you
audience
were immersed in the film. Yeah, I just watched a movie. A stupid waste of time. It's on Netflix. It's called Parallels. I didn't finish it. I watched a little bit of it. It's terrible, man.
Who's in that?
It sounds familiar.
No actors that I know, but the headroom was so bad. Like they're like cutting part, like the top of their heads off every now and then, and like headroom was just so bad.
That's interesting. I'll have to check it out. Well, I mean, sometimes in film, depending on the shot, I mean, you could cut off.
No, but this was like to the point where it annoyed me, and I'm not even a cinematographer.
Oh, okay.
But then
if it distracted you, then most
it was
likely
distracting me. And Terminator, I didn't see that.
Yeah. That's as I was saying, as a cinematographer, our job is to, I mean, you obviously do want to capture beautiful imagery, but if every single shot you're trying to create the most stunning piece of, work, like people are actually going to get distracted from the film because they're going to start noticing that. They're going to walk, this is a beautiful shot, this is a beautiful shot, and they're going to start looking at it, and then the storyline isn't going to be there. And as a cinematographer, we are helping the director accomplish his goal to tell the story visually. And so even though you might have a great idea to create a beautiful shot, sometimes it's just good to do something more basic to get the story across. Whether it's moving the camera a certain way just to draw the attention to a certain object or a character, and it you don't have to do anything massive. You don't have to do any crane shots or crazy camera movements or lighting. Like, you just keep it simple so that the audience isn't like scared of anything or like, whoa, that was totally different. You just keep them immersed in the story and let it flow. And for me, I watched it and I was like, I was in the story. I didn't think anything crazy. I didn't feel like it was, like someone was trying to create every shot beautifully. I felt like they just wanted to tell a story, and that's good.
So you felt like it was pretty transparent, just like you're in the film. That's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
What about you guys? Did you notice anything? I mean, as far as cinematography goes?
I didn't. I felt pretty much the same way. It was nothing amazing, nothing.
Yeah, I just felt like a generic action movie. There's nothing outstanding about it.
Yeah.
But I think, like what you were saying, that could be a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing because
helps you stay connected with the story that's being told.
True, yeah. Like, I feel like he didn't do a bad job, whoever did the cinematography.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Obviously not. Like, if we watched it and we're sunk in the story, that's your job. You know what I mean? Your job, you want to get the story across, basically. Yeah, it's really about the story.
It's not like watching Aloha and you didn't know where the camera was doing, what it was doing, and then...
Oh, my gosh.
Once you get distracted, you start thinking about it, and you lose focus. That it's you realize it's fake, and you lose the joy of a movie. You know what I mean? It's entertainment. And you like making pretending it's real. You're there, or whatever, living it out. So I think it was good. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I didn't notice anything weird.
Cool.
But well, I mean, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Mention anything funny? How about your favorite scene from the film? Something that just had you going. Probably the helicopter scene.
The helicopter scene just had me laughing.
You went to the bathroom. You missed the best scene.
I did have to use the restroom at the time. But
that helicopter scene was just ridiculous. That was too much.
They were flying airplanes in that helicopter.
There's no way helicopters can move that way. It felt like they were like flying futuristic helicopters.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But they were just modern day.
He's like shooting out of the side with like an M4 as he's flying a helicopter, and he's shooting an M4.
I don't play this game. I don't know what he said. I wasn't there. But
flying under bridges like upside down, like with a helicopter.
Helicopter scenes were just stupid.
What do you think about Arnold saying, "I'll be back again"?
It's cheesy.
But you think it was necessary?
They had to put it in somewhere.
Yeah,
you think they had to?
They had to please the audience like that,
Okay. I was just curious what your
they had to put it in.
Like, should we?
I don't know if they should have put it in right there, but
I don't know where else they could have put it in.
I mean, I'm sure you could have found room, but I felt like it was a good time.
I thought that was fine.
Because he took a pretty fall right there, jumping out of the airplane. Or I mean, helicopter.
Free diving, dude.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No parachute.
All right, guys. Well, anyways, that was it for Terminator Salvation. I mean, whoa, not Salvation. Christian
Salvation. Bale. Whoa, hold on. Speaking of Salvation,
yeah, let's bring it up.
I know you two haven't seen it.
which I don't know why. I'm a huge Christian Bale fan. I still gotta watch it.
It's weird because you
I've
saw
been
this
slacking.
one and you didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Because I will admit, I really enjoyed Terminator Salvation. I thought it was very entertaining, and I love Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale's great.
And I love Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington's in it.
I have to go back and watch that.
Dude, I thought it was super good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, keep in mind it's a Terminator movie. It's not going to be
right.
It's not going to be Oscar worthy. It's not going to be, Vanilla Sky.
But it should be. It should be. Every movie. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
But seriously, go watch it. I'm just saying. And anybody out there listening hasn't seen Salvation, and you're wondering if you see Salvation or Genisys, go watch Salvation. You'll enjoy it.
Take a peek.
Hey, something we didn't cover that I think would probably be good is like the story itself. How did you feel? Pretty weak? Did you feel like it was a complete story? A lot of flaws. Was it very
kind of the same as the second one, to be honest?
Really?
Because the second one, they had to go to the office or whatever and kind of destroy the future parts of Skynet. It's kind of the same thing, not entirely the same.
I mean, if you think about it, though, they have, it's a war going on, and both sides want to win. So whenever they lose, and they have a time machine, so whoever loses obviously is going to use the time machine to try to go back and change it. So you can't get too much variety. Like if you lose, obviously you're going to want to try again. So you get sent back. So as far as that goes, like, that makes sense. Like if we were there, we would obviously try to do the same thing so that we could win. But I feel like the story was pretty good. I mean, they did it. They, like you said, they did introduce new robots. They did introduce a little more dynamic between the characters, I feel like. Because John Connor, at first he's this hero turned villain, and there were some scenes in there I thought were pretty good. Like I actually didn't know what was going to happen. Like I was like waiting, like at the end when spoilers, when Arnold Schwarzenegger has the detonator and he can't blow it up, because he can't kill Sarah
he's
Connor.
programmed to not
and I
kill
did it. I actually
Sarah
was
Connor.
waiting. I was anxious right there. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, because I was like, maybe, Jai Courtney's going to get it and detonate it, or is she going to die? I didn't know. So that was a good moment. I thought, as far as directing and building suspense, like what's going to happen, it creates questions in the audience, and that's exactly what you want. So I thought that was really good.
I felt they did a pretty good job at making the story pretty
relevant today, huh?
Yeah, and I felt like they did a good job with the time travel thing. It just really kept it interesting because they're like, we're going back to 1984. No, we're going to 2015.
17. Or 14. Someone went to 2014.
Was it 14?
But then they went to 2017 at the very end.
Yeah, 17 at the end. But I thought that was pretty cool, introducing all those different time eras and having to change the sets depending on what the time era was.
Right.
And I thought that kept it pretty interesting.
Which actually, this brings up one more thing that I was actually thinking about. I was going to bring up earlier, but I forgot. What do you think about as far as the technology? Like, do you think maybe that's a message the director... I mean, because 2017 is 2 years away.
Right.
As far as the technology...
I think they kind of threw...
Like, do you think that people are hinting at, maybe technology is getting a little out of hand? You know what I mean? Like, what if the director's message was kind of like showing us as the audience, everyone's on their cell phones, everyone's on their tablets, and that was kind of a message I was getting in the beginning, like, this is the end of humanity. Everyone is getting sucked into their devices, that it was basically Judgment Day. The world collapsed because of it. And it's kind of like we can socially become, non-social, I guess, because we just get so sucked into having conversations through text and stuff like that, and it can really cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Technology is maybe our Judgment Day, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, literally, go on the street, start walking, look at everyone. Everyone's on their phones.
Gotta stay updated.
Everyone's on their...
It's Throwback Thursday. I gotta post my Instagram.
Or hit up like a restaurant and see like 5 people around the table all on their phone.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. No one's talking.
Okay.
They're posting on their Twitter, trying out this new grill. Food's good, but they won't even have a conversation with their friend. And it's...
My man crush Monday is Joel Edwards. MCM, Man Crush Monday, hitting it, getting it going. Here we are.
So, yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting take, because when I was watching...
they even showed a shot where everyone's like... She's like, what? You have one too? Remember she said that?
And he's all, everyone
has one now.
And so I thought that was kind of, maybe that was the director's opinion as far as technology. Maybe he doesn't really like it. So he wanted to show it in a negative way, like that's what's going to take over the world because people are going to get too sucked into it. Someone's going to use that, power in a sense that you can track everybody. You know what I mean? Everyone's got cell phones. You could use it against them, and you could, like they did.
People are already they're already doing that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so yeah. I definitely think
it's possibly the director's
vision as far as that goes. But
yeah.
I mean, if you look at movies today, a lot of people are trying to do that, trying to portray technology and social media.
Yeah.
And
I think of Transcendence. Did you watch that one?
yeah, with
Johnny Depp.
Great.
Did you watch that one, Joel?
No, I actually haven't.
Check that one out.
Oh man, that's a must watch for sure.
If you guys like that kind of type of thing where, transcendence, technology taking over and a new era of, I don't know.
Yeah, I have to say that's probably one of my
life.
favorite robot movies. I'm telling you.
Definitely check that one out.
Definitely recommend.
Yeah.
Well, I know the cinematographer from, Christopher Nolan's films.
Yeah,
is the
all
one
the
who directed
all the
it, and he's
Batman films.
I'm telling you, that film is so good.
Definitely check that one out. I think it didn't get a very good score, which is
weird.
I don't know how I don't know why.
It wasn't successful.
It was a very solid. It was a solid movie. And so yeah,
I bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
Blu-ray?
Yeah, I don't really buy movies, and that's Blu-ray.
Support. Get it.
Support them, man. Yeah.
Well,
but anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Apologize. This one's a little longer than the last one, but it was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Very enjoyable movie, I thought. It was cool.
Okay, so let's just finish it up with a rating.
Rating. All right.
Matt, give it to us. What would you going to rate it out of a 10?
Let's see. I'd say probably about 6.8.
6.0? Okay.
It's not bad.
Nelson, what are you going to give it?
Yeah, I think I might agree with that. I think that is a solid. I think it's a good rating. 6.8. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Matt. Yeah.
Okay, and myself, I mean, I'm gonna give Amelia a straight 10. I mean, she's getting a 10. As far as the movie goes, I actually did really enjoy it. It's been a while since I've seen the Terminators, so going back into it was a refresher for me, and I really just enjoyed that. Kind of brought some memories back, and it was just fun. It was a fun experience. I would probably give it 6.5. I'd probably give it 6.5.
Sweet. What was IMDb?
IMDb's rating was a 7.1, so we're close.
Oh, nice.
We're close. I feel like that's
an average.
solid.
That's an average score of everyone's rating. So I think.
So I think we're in there. We're
I definitely think.
I think it's a great film. So if you guys have not seen it yet, I'm sorry we gave some spoilers away, but go check it out. And we'd love to hear from you guys. So write us a comment, email us, write us on Facebook. Next movie you guys want us to review, let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. So thanks for tuning in. This was episode number 2. We'll see you soon.
Sarah Connor.
Hey, Sarah.
My head.
Skynet's real. Skynet is real.
Skynet's real. Skynet's real.
Oh man, dude.
My head.
Oh, you're the one I've been waiting for all my life. Just so you know, when I time traveled with you and we were both naked, it meant nothing. And I mean that.
The crack cocaine spider figured making webs was for suckers.
Building webs was for suckers.
What were you saying the other? Building webs was for sucklers.
Building webs I get it, was for suckles. That's right. 5 things you should know about Michael Fassbender.
Hey, he's gonna be in another movie soon, isn't he?
Macbeth. Looks sick.
Which one?
Macbeth.
What's that?
It's like a Viking movie.
Michael Fassbender.
Oh no, he's gonna do the
born.
Steve Jobs one too.
Yeah, but look at the Macbeth one. Watch the trailer.
Hey, show me the trailer, man.